Hello everyone, it's Deb again. So I'm back out here in the sub-overland with another project, and this time it's going to be modifying my tie-down situation for my refrigerator. That's the driver's seat, and this is right behind it. And the problem is that this is tied, it's attached to my driver's seat. And I mean, it works okay. It's just a regular ratchet strap, but I have it threaded around the seat. You can see it's going up and it's around the bottom of the seat. And that wouldn't be a problem except for the fact that this has it's called an easy exit seat or something like that. And so there's special settings in there where you can program it to, when you turn it off and open the door, the seat will slide back for an easy exit, you know? And I don't need that. I don't want that. But the problem is that the way you change the settings, let me see if I can reach up here and show you. That setting right there, that little eye looking thing on the top, that is the DCIM. I think that's what it's called, DCIM, whatever. But that's where you can make all sorts of modifications. Like when you unlock and lock your door, you can change it to it'll beep or it won't beep or whatever. And you can turn off the settings for the easy seat and everything, because somebody obviously programmed that to be in there, and you know, that's great for them. But when I turn on my car, the odometer, the first thing that comes on is the odometer real quick, and it just flashes and tells me how many miles is on there. And then right immediately after that, the service airbag light comes on, because I don't have a passenger seat anymore. And when I took that out, it forever gave me that warning, and it'll never go away. And I have tried numerous times to go in to the custom settings to do my custom settings, and it won't let me. I literally cannot get past the service airbag light at all. Either that or there's something wrong with my button on my steering wheel. I'm not sure. But at any rate, I can't get this seat to stop doing that forward and backward motion. And every time it does that, it's putting stress on the seat and on the motor for the seat, because this thing is strapped directly to it so that it doesn't go anywhere. You know, it really does do a good job, but it's too good of a job, because I have to have it tightened all the way up to the seat, and every time that thing goes back or forward, I can feel it and I can hear the motor trying to move the seat, and it can't. And one day last week, I think I came back here and the ratchet right here had loosened up quite a bit, and so there was some play, but it loosened up, I think, because the seat keeps trying to move. So I had to come up with a different solution. And sorry, I'm breathing heavy. It's hot in here, and of course I have very little floor space. But so I went, and I didn't want to use regular ratchet straps because I don't particularly like them, but I needed to see if I could just do a tie down from the handles. And so what I found were these. I came out here and I measured what it would be from here up to the handle, wrapped around a couple times, and then back here, and it was about 4 feet. And so I went looking for some kind of straps to work, and I didn't even really know what I was looking for. Just, I knew I didn't want a regular ratchet strap. But I went to Amazon, of course, and these are marine grade, and if you can see, they are very heavy duty, and it's not a normal ratchet. I mean, it's adjustable. Hold on. It's adjustable, but it's not a ratchet. And I'm not even, I do know how to use it. You have to, you know, take up the slack right here and then pull this out a little bit if I need to tighten it. It's all the way out at its full 4 feet length though right now. That's the way they send it to you. And I tell you what, look at these. Look how big those hooks are. I had no idea. You can't really tell from the Amazon listing. Look how big that is. I was like, oh no, that might be too big, because I didn't know if I could find eye bolts that would be that big around. But I went to the hardware store and found these, and I think they're 2.5 inch, number 2, and it fits with plenty of room to spare. So they fit right in there, and I like that that's a little locking thing. It just automatically locks. So I bought 4 of those, and so now I just have to figure out where to mount them. Like, I know when I take this off, I want to bring the refrigerator up. It's already over as far as I can go to be able to open the door from in here, because this is my only exit besides the driver's seat, obviously. And so I have to be able to get my hand in here, and the handle comes up and out at an angle, so you can see here that I just barely have enough clearance to open that car door. So I can't go over this way anymore. I'm at the very limit. But I can come forward, and I want to come forward because I don't really like for it to be right up against the seat, because again, when this thing moves, I want to have some place for it to go. So I've got a little bit of space up here. It doesn't really look like it right here, but that's just because the power cords and everything for the refrigerator are in here. And so I can bring it up theoretically all the way up here, and these would just be overhanging my little step up here. This is my, or step down, whatever. So these would just be overhanging, and I might be able to get rid of those, and because right now it's not plugged in, and so once I plug it in, that whole cable is going to be not in there. So whatever, I'll lose a little bit of space, but I really do need to just bring this refrigerator forward because I don't like that the way it is. So just have to figure out the best place to put these. I don't know if I should put them on the front or on the side, because it's got to go from that strap all the way down, and I don't know if it would be better to hold it this way or this way, but I figure with 2 of these, 1 on each handle, you know, if I place them right, hopefully it'll create enough tension so that it's not moving front to back or side to side. But I'm going to have to be just perfect with my placement of these eye hooks, and so I have a drill bit that is just slightly smaller than the eye bolts, because I've got to drill some pilot holes, but it has to go into the framing underneath here, because this is only 1/2 inch plywood, so obviously that would not work. But I wouldn't want it to hold just into plywood anyways, because that would not be strong enough. But thankfully, sorry, you might be catching some wind now. Let's see if I can show you right here in front. See that 1x2 right there? That's plenty. So I could go all the way down, you know, and I don't have to twist it all the way down. I'd like for the threads to be all the way through, but see, that structure under there is giving me the space to do that. And then on the back side, you really might not be able to see that, but all the way back there you know, the plywood goes all the way back here. So all the way in the back, there is more of that structure right there, that 1x2. So that's what I have to go down into. So I'm gonna have to put the hook not right up against it, but it's gonna have, the hook is gonna have to go all the way to the back of that piece of plywood, unfortunately. But up here, you know, it's got to come basically right here. I guess I'll just do it right here on the side, and hopefully it'll just be out of the way of everything. I don't know, but I'm gonna do it even if it's wrong, because this is definitely not right. So I will get back to you when I'm all done and show you what I did. Okay, well, I got the first one in. I had to have it in place. I had to have the refrigerator up here to find the placement for this one. So that's that very first one. That was a pain in the butt, and it kind of felt like I hit metal. I don't know how that could be, because the hump doesn't start until right here. Well, I don't know. I might have hit metal on that. I can't see that far back to see where this 1x2 stops. So I was just guessing that it came all the way up to the corner, you know. But it's been so long since we put the flooring in that I don't remember what it looks like underneath there, really. So hopefully there's no holes in the metal. But then I had to move this, because now I have to put one right here, and it has to go right there in that corner there. And then these here in the back, this is where the plywood stops, but the board that it's supported to, it is that far back. So basically I can feel it under here, so it's right there is where that board starts. So I have no choice but to come over to like right there and put that hook in, and then down here it's the same way. That's how far in that 1x2 is back there. And then, you know, that's my fingertips. That's how far back it is. So you can see it's not right up to the edge like I thought it was going to be. So I've got to come a little bit further in, and then at least that far in. So these hooks, the straps for those hooks, they're gonna, you know, obviously they're just gonna wrap around the back side and come back here. Well, I hope this works. Hold on. Okay, well, I'm all done, and that was a success. It actually worked very well. I've got this hook here going this way so that I don't catch myself on it when I'm coming in and out. And then, oh, sorry, my tripod on my knee. And then this one I've got kind of at an angle to kind of get it out of the way. And then the two in the back, I screwed up on one of the holes. Let me see if I can show you back here. This one right here, you probably can't tell, but I didn't go far enough in, and so I'm barely just catching that board right there. And I don't know if I can even, can I zoom in on that? Yeah, you see that wood right there? Those wood shavings, that's the screw right there. You can kind of almost see it. So I did not go far enough in. Whoops, wrong way. So yeah, that's just barely in there, but it's still secure. So it went all the way through the plywood, but then it's just only like halfway in that one. And you definitely might not be able to see that one, but let's see if I can zoom in. See that one back there? It's too dark. That one was okay. You almost saw it. So now, this is where my seat normally is. I did have to move it up to get those screws in, but this is where I normally sit. And as you can see, I can get my hand back in here, and this thing is not moving. It is absolutely not moving. So I hooked it one end in back there, and then this is the end where you adjust it. And so I hooked that one in. Oh, I got it too tight. Hold on. It's got this Velcro cover thing. But anyways, this is where you adjust it. So I hooked it in to the back ones first, and then I hooked it into the front, and then I pulled all that slack through, and then buckled this up, and the slack is just actually down inside of here. I could have just let it fly out, but I didn't want to. And then these buckles just cover it up and make it a little bit more secure right there. Again, these are marine grade, so they're very, very heavy duty. And I know you can't tell how hard I'm pulling, but I'm pulling hard. And this thing is not going anywhere. And it's not attached to my seat, so I don't have to worry about the seat not being able to go back and forth. So I did the same thing over here. I put the buckle, the adjustment towards the front so that I can get to it easily. There you see that one. That one actually went all the way through the 1x2. I didn't miss on that one, thankfully. But I really like these straps. They were probably almost $30, but that was for 2 of them. And that's exactly how many I needed. So that's perfect. And again, I'm pulling on it hard. It is not going anywhere. It's not moving front to front or front to back, and it's not moving side to side. And let's see, this will be the golden moment. Can I close the door and open it? Yep. So there's still plenty of room. I have the refrigerator right up to the edge of the flooring right there. And even with that hook in place, I can still close the door and everything fits just fine, and I can open it just fine. And I'm wondering if it'll be easier to open the refrigerator now, because it was so close to the driver's seat that I couldn't really get this open very far. Oh yeah, that's way better. That's better. I could barely get it open before. Like when I took my trip to Ohio last year, I had to disconnect the ratchet strap, you know, just loosen it and pull the whole refrigerator forward just so that I could get into it, and I did not like that. So this really, it actually solves 2 different problems. I don't like ratchet straps, so I'm glad I don't have to use that. Alright, well, that's it. If you need some really good ratchet alternatives, I highly recommend these. It's upside down, but it's called Seamander. Yeah, Seamander. Marine straps with very extra heavy duty hooks with the little lock on it. So that works for me. Of course, I still barely have room for my jackery and my trash can here. I'm actually really worried about the space, but I cannot move this thing any farther over towards the door, or I won't be able to get to the door handle and open it. So I'm just gonna have to deal with it here. Unfortunately, the vent's right there too, and so I can't really have anything up against it. I may have to change my layout or something, but I have to have at least one of the power stations right here just to run the refrigerator. So I don't know, maybe I just won't be able to have a trash can here, and I'll have to set the jackery this way instead of this way. So I don't know, I guess I'll figure it out. Okay guys, I hope you're all having a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.